Hi, my name is Lorena Garcia. I work at Primary Wave Music, and I am a digital marketing manager. Being a digital marketing manager at Primary Wave is really exciting. We get to work with a range of music acts, from legacy to those who have recently gone onto the scene, which is great because there's so much versatility in the work that we do. Working on online campaigns is something that is also really exciting because you get to always explore all these different online platforms that arise every day. There's so many new campaigns and efforts that we can be doing to help move forward the legacy and the music of these musicians. I think it's really important because their music means a lot to people. And there may be people who also do not know everything about the band, so it's a great way to introduce to the newer generations, as well as engaging those who have been on board since the beginning. My experience in the music industry has been a journey, I guess you could say. I think that everyone goes through their own path, so it really just depends on how you get here. But for me personally, I've learned so much from my years in music, whether that's the music catalogs themselves or also the inner workings of how music gets made and how it's shared. Also getting to know musicians themselves and seeing what their creations mean to them is really special. So I find that it's been a really big blessing. I'm so grateful that I was drawn to the music industry because it feels like second nature to me, and I get to explore new areas every day. Being at Primary Wave, I am experiencing for the first time having a company that has managers that also include women. I believe that this is very important because women have a perspective that is very valuable to the music industry and their voice needs to be heard. It's great to work with women who are strong-willed and have a vision for their acts and aren't afraid to stand up and work hard to make sure that their clients are successful. It really helps me gain that same vision for myself wherever my career takes me in this industry. One thing that made me want to go into the music industry was my passion for music in general. I was always gravitating towards music. Coming from a Latino family, music is really, really important in our culture. It is centralized in our gatherings with family and even when we're just at home on Sunday cleaning up the house. Music has always just made sense to me, and thankfully my family always encouraged it and always was playing their favorite music. So growing up, music classes were always the areas that I would be the most excited to be a part of. And that's how I knew that it was just something in my life that was really special and I wanted to practice and learn more about it. So once I got the opportunity to move to New York and be in the music world, I started off at a black box theater called The Tank. It used to be in Times Square, and there would be not just music, but all different types of arts would come through there. It was very low key. It was a non-for-profit, so they were doing a lot, and still are, to help the arts community in New York City. It was a great way to meet a lot of people in the industry and also just gain confidence in what I was planning to work towards. And I think having other female music industry leaders in my circle and being able to lean on them for advice and for referrals was really, really important. I have many female friends who are in the music industry who are absolutely wonderful at what they do and bringing music to their communities. And it's really wonderful to see because, again, it just helps me focus on what I want to be doing and inspired me to what I want to be doing in the future. So I'm thankful for the fact that I had these women in my life in the music industry to just kind of help guide me to where I am today. My favorite female artist has to be Selena Quintanilla. She's a Mexican pop artist that came up in the 90s. She was a huge role model for me when I was growing up. She sadly passed away at a very young age, so she only had just the beginning of her career, really just starting out. But from what she did accomplish in her time here is music that will live forever, and I can always listen to it and just flash back to when I was a little girl listening to it on a CD. Just her power in her voice and her presence and everything she did, it seemed like she did it so flawlessly and just like an amazing role model. So that's why I believe Selena's my favorite female pop star.